Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about catalytic converters. This is a 2009 GMC Acadia. It's also a similar vehicle to the Chevrolet Traverse. Unfortunately, this vehicle had a lot of problems with timing chains, transmissions, and now, as you'll see in this video, catalytic converters. The problem we had with this vehicle, the owner gave me a call and said he was just about home and the car was losing power. Finally got to a point where he could not drive it anymore. The vehicle just had no power left. And I quickly duplicated that concern. Found out as soon as the exhaust or the catalytic converters got hot, the vehicle had no power. Let me show you what I found under here. I've got the flex pipes off, or flex pipe. There's two flexible pipes on either end of this one piece here. They are starting to come apart, so I'm going to go ahead and replace this piece while I'm at it. It's got to come off anyway. But let's get into the catalytic converters here, and I'll show you exactly what's going on. Now, there's a couple things that you can do to determine if the catalytic converter has failed. Number one, check for codes. If you have a check engine light on, read the codes. If you have any catalyst efficiency codes, very good chance that your catalytic converter has failed. Another thing too, test drive it. Get it out on the highway and open up the throttle, put the pedal to the floor. If the vehicle's lacking power, bucking, misfiring, backfiring, things like that, there's a good chance you might have a clogged catalytic converter, especially if the vehicle is low on power. And third, you can also take a hammer or a solid object. In this case, I'm just going to use one of my extensions here. And you can tap on the catalytic converter here. So here's the back one. And then tap on the front one here. See how there's a difference there? The back one sounds a little bit more hollow. And the front one sounds more solid. Hear that difference? That's a way that you can tell if the catalytic converter is starting to come apart. Catalytic converters should have a nice, solid sound. There shouldn't be any rattling. There shouldn't be any hollow noise like you heard on this back one here. Now, let me turn the light on my camera and show you something else. As we look inside the catalytic converter here, you can see the honeycomb-like material. See how it's starting to get some dark spots on it? That's kind of a sign that this catalytic converter might be starting to fail. Not 100% sure yet, but there's a chance that this catalytic converter might be on its way out. However, if you look at the back one here, you can see that it's actually failing completely and coming apart. Take a look at the material there. You'll see it's all loose and coming apart. See that? See how it's all coming apart inside there? Look at that. This catalytic converter is bad. It's no good anymore. That's why the engine is lacking power. What happens is the catalytic converter comes apart on the inside and it clogs up the exhaust so the exhaust can no longer exit the engine. Not only that, but there is also a third catalytic converter on this vehicle in the middle here. Take a look inside here. You can see how it's clogging up that third one. All the pieces that are coming out of the broken catalytic converter are clogging up the third catalytic converter here. So unfortunately, both of these have to be replaced. I'm going to go ahead and replace this one up here as a preventative measure because it looks like it might also be starting to fail. And I'm just going to get the whole thing done. Replace these flex pipes. We'll be done with the entire exhaust side of the vehicle. Then we'll be able to take it for a test drive, see if any codes come back, and see if the engine power has been restored. So here is the new exhaust system, catalytic converters, and the flex pipe and the third converter back there, all new. It's really good when you have something like this to just do all of it at once. You get the gaskets, you get all new pieces from the same manufacturer so they all fit. The only exception I had was I had a little trouble getting that oxygen sensor to thread in. There was a little burr on the thread, so I cleaned that up and then it threaded in just fine. But here's the new exhaust system. From manifold to manifold, all the way back to the muffler. And it's normal to smell some burning smells after you do an exhaust system. Like you can see here, see the smoke. Around here you can see the smoke as well. It's just going to burn off any oils or any stickers. Some people will take the time to take the stickers off, but you really don't need to worry about it. They're not going to catch fire or anything. They're just going to slowly, dissipate, turn into ash. And there's nothing to worry about if you smell a little bit of a burning smell. Now, if you see a lot of smoke and smell lots of burning coming from under the hood, yeah, then there's cause for concern. But little bits like this, as it heats up and starts to burn off, it's perfectly normal.